Hey y'all. Good evening and afternoon, everybody. I feel better today. If y'all was wondering, I do. But as y'all can see, I have a level of I don't give a damn after a certain point. Everybody got their limit, and as y'all can see, I reached mine the other day. So with that, I love y'all, and I'm sorry if y'all kids or somebody from church had to hear me going off, but sometimes some things have to be said. Now, moving on. How y'all doing today? It's a lot going on in the world, and I'm just not gonna talk about all of the craziness. We just gonna read a little bit. It ain't even a whole bunch. Hey, hola, hola, hello. Y'all see how much stuff is going on in the world right now? It's real, real crazy. It's like labor pains. Do you feel like that when you look at the? Yeah. Well, it wasn't drama. It absolutely, there was no drama. There was no drama. I was stating facts yesterday. And I think some people come in because I don't just be, I tell y'all my life experience, but I don't tell y'all my business. And so with that, people assume things. Yeah, I don't do no drama. I'm just gonna cut you to the chase and be done with it. Power was going out last night all throughout the city. Wow. Wonder if your cousins plugged their stuff up like I told them. Probably not. Hopefully, this will help them. Thank you, Pumpkin. Yeah. So with that, um, honestly, this is why I told y'all I don't have no like immediate friends. This one I'll be having one. That's why I'll be having them. Cause I can't. I love people, but I don't know that I like them. Is that a thing? Can you love somebody but not like them? Is that a true thing? Like, and I'm not just saying individual people. I'm saying like, yeah, like I don't mind interacting, and I'll interact face to face. But if your energy is crazy, or you just keep making my stomach flip flop the wrong way, baby, I'm not gonna be around you. I'm not gonna be around you. I'm not gonna do none of that. I don't. And that's a real thing. And I always been like that. I always been a loner for the most part of my life. You be over it too, Mari. I'm telling. Listen. And some people, because they don't like themselves, they'll live with that in their stomach and be around people that they don't like, just because they don't want to be by themselves, or they don't want to be the only one walking in the club, or whatever it is. Like I can't. I don't want to live like that. Because then you make everybody else around you miserable. Because you're not really happy, and people think that they can hide that, or like you can't feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like energy don't be lying. I don't know why people think that. Moving on. Anyway, so my question to you is, what does it cost, or what does it mean to be between man, or excuse me, God and man? That's a question. So I watched The Prince of Egypt today. I'm sure I watched it when my kids was little, but my kids is grown, so it's been forever and a day since I didn't watch The Prince of Egypt. Well, I watched it today. It's very interesting. And it amazes me how they always tell the kids the truth. Anybody think about that? They always tell the kids the truth. As you go back to watch the cartoons, you see they use the real names, the real times, and they tell Sarah, girl, you are fine. No, don't start. Just come on in, girl. You got your juice? You got your juice or what? Do you gotta go to work? You're fine. We good. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't start tripping. We talk about the kids' cartoons, girl. Anybody go back and now watch the kid cartoons? Like all of the. No, 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 no. I'm asking her. Yes, Pumpkin. Okay. I'm gonna need y'all to focus. For real. Come on in. Okay. Listen. I was watching The Prince of Egypt, and a part of that cartoon hit me in my throat. Like right here. And I paused it, and I said, dang. So I went and got my iPad and started reading. Right? Yeah. So, what does it mean? Hold on 1 second, y'all. This is my godmother. Hold on. Uh-oh. Hi, Mama. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Okay, I'm back. I love that lady. Without her, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, I've had some amazing, amazing, amazing people that God has sent to me. So going back to class. Okay, y'all ready? Miss Jackson, if you're in here too, we gonna have to figure out something because your stuff keep coming back. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to email you about that. So if you in here, if you wondering why, I'm wondering why too, because that stuff that came back twice. I don't know what's going on with that. Everybody else has got one, so I don't know what's going on there. So anyway, I was watching The Prince of Egypt. Okay, I was watching The Prince of Egypt, and it got to a place, and I started thinking, and I stopped, and I got my tablet or iPad or whatever, and I started looking around. And the thought came to me, what does it mean to be in between man and God? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? need y'all to write this question down. Please. What does it mean to be between man and God? Like, what does it cost? Okay? So watching this kid cartoon, I had a question. With that question came to my mind. I need y'all to go to Exodus 4 and the 23rd verse of the easy read version, please. Hey. Hey, Mari. Hey, everybody. Y'all hear me? Hey. I need, yeah. Okay. Exodus 4 and 23, easy read version for me, please. Y'all ready? Yes. Okay. We there? Because it ain't a lot of reading, right? Okay. So it says, I am telling you to let my son go and worship me. If you refuse to let Israel go, then I will unalive your firstborn son. On the way to Egypt, Moses stopped at a place to spend the night. And the Lord met Moses at the place and tried to unalive him. But Zipporah took a flint knife and circumcised her son. She took the skin and touched his feet, and then she said to Moses, "You are a bridegroom of blood to me." It didn't say the devil met him where he was about to be asleep. It is, yeah. God was getting ready to unalive Moses, even though he was on his way to Egypt. He had this massive thing that is known all the way around the world that he was supposed to do. And Moses at that time was in between God and men. He was the voice of God and the power of God on the planet at that time. But God was going to unalive him because he hadn't circumcised his son. This is the man that is going to free 4 million people out of Egypt, or however many people left. And God was going to unalive him because he had not followed the custom. A person that, but if the mother, if something hadn't quickened in the mama's spirit, it would have happened. She saw or felt the spirit of unaliving around the camp and got up and took it to her baby and was like, "Here." But Moses, you hear me? What does it mean to have to be the person? Y'all remember he hit the rock after he done got all these people out, did all these miracles, all of these things, and he got the people over there, and instead of speaking to the rock, he hit the rock, and God said, "You won't see the promised land." Wait. What? What? Do you understand what it probably felt like to have 1 million, 2 million, 3 million people yelling at you what they want, what they see, what they feel after he done brought them? They watched all of those miracles happen. He used the stick that came out of the Garden of Eden, the same one Adam had, to turn it into a snake, to turn the water to blood, to cause the frogs, to cause this and that and all of this stuff. And then y'all get to the water, this nigga take his staff. It's all of y'all and just him and his raggedy sister and brother. Because they'll flip sides in a minute on him. Sad to say, but moving on. He takes, no thank you. He takes his staff and put it in the water. The first time it turned blood. The second time walls came up. But because he got frustrated, it cost him his life's work. One moment of frustration. When he had 2-3 million people complaining about how they should have stayed where they was at, and they knew he wasn't no different, and he done brought us out here to die. And God is saying, if you don't do every single thing that I'm telling you, you're gonna die. No matter what adversity you're facing, no matter how many people say they don't like you, no matter what, if you're homeless, if you're running from somebody, I'm about to have you stand in front of all of these people. I'm about to have you do this and this and this and this and this. And you better do it exactly like I say, or else, boy. All the while, you got a gazillion people talking about what you need to be doing, how you need to be. And they never even really realized the pressure that was on Moses' head. Because this nigga didn't circumcise his son and God was going to unalive him. Then he goes through all of those miracles. All of those people's lives are saved. All of that stuff happens. And he get mad because everybody complaining about they thirsty and hungry and how they should have stayed over there and they sin. And he hits the rock instead of speaking to it, and he never gets to see the culmination or the pinnacle of his life's work. That's crazy. And so I ask you, what does it mean to be the median in between man and God? What does it mean? What does it cost? What does it cost you? The prophet is this close from getting their life taken from him. Because if and you wonder why they was no hope barred, nigga, he gonna get me anyway if I don't do right. Nigga, I will chop you in your throat. You heard what I said. Because whatever he gonna do to me, it's gonna be worse than any of y'all could ever do. You hear me? The prophet that didn't listen, he let a freaking tiger chew this nigga up and don't eat him all. Leave him out as a spectacle for the prophets that don't listen to me. And you want to be trying to look, you don't even understand. If you go back and read the stories about the people that God put a weight on their shoulders, And when they messed up, everybody forgot about all of the good things that they had already done. They went away like that. Like David didn't save all these people and help all these people and make sure everybody eat and make sure everybody's straight. But when he had a moment of weakness, baby, it was everybody's business. Not to mention he didn't keep all these giants from coming in here and eating on y'all and taking all y'all cattle and taking all y'all lambs. Forget that. Forget that your daughters could get married safely and they wasn't slaves to the giants or whatever they was on. Forget that part. You right. Forget that he was bringing back 10,000 foreskins like, bro, got them together. Don't even worry about it. Huh, huh, huh. You hear me? All of that went out the window. Not still understanding the amount of weight that man had on his shoulders. It's always easy to say, what? Can you do it? Whatever you saying somebody else can do easily, would you like to step in their shoes? Messed me up, hit me in my throat. I said, ooh. Cause yeah, if I could explain it like this is interesting, but maybe people will understand a little bit. When I say I go to sleep and I be worried about y'all having milk and eggs and cheese and water, and God forbid if you want in the city, these are things I think about all the day because I've grown to be close to y'all. So even when I'm not on here, y'all on my mind. I'm wondering if everybody got what they need. If I'm all the while not trying to be too offensive because it can cost me my life while still having to do it the way that God, like, it's a sticky place to be. But if you don't understand, then you're like, oh, okay, okay, you come over here. Let me take this out and put it on your head and on your shoulders. You take this hair wrap for a minute, honey. I like to be a spectator too. Period. And when I saw that, I'm like, dang, this nigga about to free 4 million people and be world renowned, but if he don't circumcise his son, it's over. It could be something so small. He hit the rock instead of speaking to it, and the nigga never got to see the canyon that he talked about, the big old gold apples and stuff. He never got to see it. After all that happened and all that he went through and all of the opposition he had already faced, I said, listen, God, help me. Because these people was not about to make me lose out on my stuff. Whatever that is, no. And that's why I be saying I love y'all. But baby, because this heaven thing is real to me. Ain't nothing in this world worth me not making it. So I just be saying, please be on y'all best behavior. Please. Because I'm telling you right now, honey, one of the things, listen. When did y'all see that the prophets was attached to? They had to always be up and moving. Come in, say what they got to say, move. Come in, say what they got to say, move. Come in, come with that. You better write it down. The prophet such and such said 15 years ago. Okay. Write it down. Because I might not get to come back. And I said, you writing this down? Because I don't know if I'm going to remember it tomorrow. And it's a real thing. And I'm saying this to say I do not like talking like I had to yesterday. But I also have to call out the crazy stuff that I see because that's also part of my job. Now, could I have done it without all the cuss words? Probably. But was that a weight that was lifted off my shoulders? All the way through. 100%, yes. I had to go to the bank today. And I normally don't go inside the bank. Right? And the man at the bank looked at me and said, oh, hey. I said, hey. He said, so what kind of people do you help? I said, all people. He said, but I mean who? I said, if you told me today that your sister needed some help, with her utilities, or you know somebody that was about to be evicted. I said, we help everybody. And he looked at me. He said, really? Really? Hello. You hear me? We help everybody we can. What do you mean? He just looked so confused. Like, what? He said, so it doesn't? No, it doesn't. You said, this is why I personally love Ardeen. Listen, it makes me feel good because you never know. Like, you just never know. Yep, you just never know. But there might have been something that God put on his heart to give to somebody or do something for somebody. And I ain't been inside the bank if ever when I go inside the bank today. And just so happened, you hear me? You never know. But you also have to count up the cost, y'all, of what you're asking God for. You hear me? You got to be careful, because if God has called you to be a mouthpiece, listen, it is not easy if you really care about souls and you really trying to walk with God, and it's not for fame or fortune for you. It's a different weight. They don't feel nothing because they just say whatever, because he didn't pick them. So they don't feel the weight of the souls, even though they're going to be responsible for them. And once I learned that, I was like, oh, real? No, for real? That makes a difference between you just going and telling people stuff. Because if something happened and they die and they see him because of just some crazy stuff you didn't tell them, guess what? You do understand that that's on your rap sheet in heaven as well, right? You keep telling people to do dumb stuff, talking about crash dummy, trying to make people, okay, ruin somebody's life if you want to. I hope you understand that is on the back of yours as well. God tacked that to your scale, so just understand why you trying to ruin people's life and stuff. You got to be careful of doing those type things. You hear me? Don't wish. If you only got, like I say, I'm gonna keep saying this. I don't know why I keep saying this. If you only got what you wanted for other people, how much would you really have for yourself? I'm gonna ask you that question again. Selfish people just about to hit you in the throat. If you only got what you think other people deserve, what would you have? If you're a person that says they don't need that, they don't deserve that, I work harder than them, why do they have that? Any of that kind of stuff, or you try to keep people from going ahead of you or whatever else. What if you only got what you asked God for other people? What would your blessings look like? Or would they be blessings at all? Are you, I hope something happens to you, you gonna lose that car, you gonna lose this, or is, because what if you only got multiplied back what you wished on other folks? How would you feel about that, and what would your blessings look like? Tell me. Hello, 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 hello. Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Y'all have to think about that, huh? Clear, as my cousin says. Ooh, you said, come on now, say that. Listen, I'm just saying, what would your blessings look like, Bookie? Or would it feel like you didn't curse yourself? You said we're in deep thought. Oh, yeah. I was hoping that this was a thought-provoking conversation. If you only got what you wish for other people, what would your blessings look like? Okay. Okay. Pretty good. Healing, abundance, growth, financial, and spiritual wealth. Okay. Okay. Not what what you want. See, y'all didn't hear what I said. Y'all heard what y'all wanted to hear. I'm gonna break this down again. If what you pray for other people and what you've already spoken out of your mouth is what you get in reference to other people, whether you like them or not, what would your blessings look like? Not what you want to see for people. No, 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 no. The people around you. When you look at their situations, your niece, your cousin, your favorite, whatever, whoever it is. Oh, right. You said I would be doomed. Okay. 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 Shaika, thank you. Uh-huh. I'm talking about even your ex that left you and took all your money. See, anybody owe you some money that ain't paid you still shopping? Do it make you feel some type of way that they ain't gave you your money? And they be shopping still? I'm just trying to see something. I'm just looking for the people that's about to be honest. Or a person that's then got over on you and you help them and then nothing and then. You said went to Spain on my money. Wow. 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 Okay. Not anymore about the money because I know Dad is going to bless me. Right. Okay. Okay. Never mind. Y'all not ready for this one? Listen to me. Please listen to what I'm saying. I'm not talking about today right now. I'm saying that prior to today, in your past, if what you prayed for other people or what you said about their situation, if you would have gotten that back, where would you be right now? Y'all getting what I'm saying? Because y'all ain't always been nice. They done been in WOIU too long. They done forgot. Lord, they done been over here too long. Like they've been wishing everybody well that it did. God, refresh their memory, Jesus. I'm saying right, Kiva. Whatever. What did you speak on somebody else's life? There you go. I have said some horrible things. This is what I'm saying. So if you had only gotten back what you spoke over somebody else's life, what would your life look like? Thank you. Thank you. Messed up. Okay, thank you, Trey Blue. Your life would be real dusty. I'm not talking about now, y'all, and I really need y'all to listen. For real. I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about if you got, and everybody say, no, no, you did it. Because you had to grow to where you are. So if you would have gotten what you used to speak, when people used to hurt your feelings, when they used to make you feel inadequate, what kind of life would you have? Now, come on. Busted and broke. It would be horrible. Sadder. God protected me, y'all. It wasn't a blood clot. Come on. Thank you, Jesus. God is a healer. I would have a totally messed up life. Okay, I would be a real gangster. Okay. It would be very, very sad. Okay. Okay. See, that makes you think. You said it would be really bad now. You hitting me in my throat. This is what I'm talking about. This is for a reason. For a reason. Because when you speak good things and you genuinely want good things for other people, then those things come to you. Right? But sometimes we forget the horrible things that we spoke over people's lives. And if God only gave us what we spoke over somebody else's life, it's a good question to keep in your mind. What would you have? You can always say whatever, but if God put that on you, you said you would be jacked up. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Now we getting real. I'm feeling like Iyanla right now. Now we're getting past the BS, honey. We're getting on in there. Okay. Because some people tell people, you ain't going to have nothing. You ain't going to this. You ain't going to that. Oh, you're crazy. That's not a good thing to say, because then you just spoke that over your own life. Grace and mercy kept you from experiencing what you spoke over other people's lives. It wasn't nothing but those two things, grace and mercy. I promise you. Because what you speak is what you're supposed to have, but what you speak over somebody else's life, you get it for you too. That's why he said that the tongue is a two-edged sword, because what you cut them with, gonna cut you too, boo. Cuts twice. Because you gotta feel whatever pain you made somebody else feel. You gotta feel whatever it is that you make somebody else feel, you have to feel that. The same measure of judgment. Exactly. I learned the power of confession and what you give out, you get back. And didn't want none of that in my life. Come on. See, now we getting somewhere. High five. You guys got through the exercise, because I said they're going to be fake all their life. Jesus are bits and pieces of it. They forget. I know them too. Y'all forget all the stories. That's why I'm sitting there like, oh, everybody pre WORU time, nigga, and friends. Don't play me. We family, remember? Just like y'all know when I frowned my face up, what that mean? I was wondering how long y'all was gonna keep on lying. I'm gonna give them about 3 minutes, Lord. After that, I ain't gonna be able to do it. How long is they gonna be fake? I just want to know. Time was ticking. Should have got my. Now we telling the truth. Listen. I said, God, I guess they forget how they was when they came over here. We was all rough around the edges. And God, remember when I told y'all to go study mining and diamond in the beginning of this? Huh? Yeah. Right. Remember I said we are all rough diamonds. And then I begged y'all to go and look up the real process of not this chemical made stuff, but how much, where they gotta dig, how much they gotta go through, what the process is. Very interesting process. I'm talking about step by step. Don't try to rush through it. Go and look up the tools and the materials, and it's nice, right? Yeah, no. Yes, but no. I want you to go look up the process. There's an actual process to mining a raw diamond. And it's not just pressure and fire, it's so many other things. Like diamonds have to be cut with laser encrusted diamonds, and they find a perfect diamond under 350,000 pounds of ore. But the ore has to have these many minerals and this and that. It's a beautiful process to research, and when you start to read it, if you do it right, you'll think about yourself. Because to get all those different facets on the diamond, it has to be cut. But if you cut it at the wrong light, it won't shine the way that it's supposed to. So it needs to be a skilled person. There are so many things that have to happen. There's saws, diamond crusted saws, diamond crusted lasers, diamond crusted this and that, because ain't nothing as strong as the diamond, right? Special tools. Okay? It takes time. And it takes the person with the right eye to cut the right jewel. Some jewels are softer, some jewels are harder. There's all of these different things. Some jewels have to be cut, underwater or this and that. However it go, I don't know. All of that process. But understand this. When a lot of us came here, we were still rough around the edges. No matter how much we said we had been in church, we knew the word, whatever, we was all rough. And we're getting smoothed out, diamond embedded copper plates, exactly. See? That kind of stuff, right? We being cut on every day. God is trimming the things back that are not good. And he's used all of us getting together to do so. Now, do I be wanting to physically chop people in the throat? Because I be feeling like sometimes I have to say stuff. If we all grown, why do I keep having to repeat myself? Everybody here is grown. And some things it's like, come on now. I've been on my own since I was 11 years old. So I've seen a lot. Been around a lot of people. Being empathetic and genuinely wanting the best for everyone you meet. And being mishandled and mistreated and abused, even though I wanted to wish the worst on the things that people got always reminded me. Yeah. Yeah. But even in moments, I'm saying, okay, so God kept you together. I done had some times. And I'm grateful that God did not give me what I said. Like overall, I would be nice, but in the moment, in what I felt, and it might not be nobody around. You know what I'm saying? But I might say some stuff just out of my anger. Maybe they didn't even hear it. Maybe I didn't even say it to them, but I thought it, and so then it went on the record. So even if what I thought, if I only got that, because that's what I was thinking about, what should happen to this person, I'm saying I thank God that he didn't give it back to me. Because you might not have said it. But if you thought it, because people say, ooh, I could just unalive you, right? People say that. Well, it might be something you don't even think about. You might say that to your kid, and they thinking, well, why is you hearing what I'm saying? This is what I mean. Like, what was your intentions for someone else? Maybe I should have just said that. I don't know. We're working on it. I just told you we're diamonds in the rough. We're still being cut on. Trying to formulate a question so that everybody can, Why is a corn here? Really? I had a few drops of wine in my water. Thank you, Auntie Lisa Congress. I had a few drops of wine in my water because I've learned this here's nothing to play with. So it's like this much water in my cup and like maybe this much Jesus juice. You hear me? Water, Jesus juice. I'm serious. Gotta dilute it. Because, baby, you think I'm joking? I'm telling y'all the honest to God truth right now. Yes. No, I'm trying to say, the grape juice that you sent me. It is. Uh-huh. I put this much water in this cup, so it's like this much water. And it's this much from here to here. Hello. That over there, I had to cut the juice and did. I normally cut it with cranberry juice. Quit playing. and some ice. But baby, this here, I said I'm not even gonna tip nothing. I'm gonna put some water in it, more water than wine. You hear me? You gotta be smart. And y'all see, I'm still just kind of tiptoeing with that, cause baby, yes, it's concentrated. It's very. I think it's like 19%. Excuse me, 18. 18% by volume. I done watered it down to about 9, maybe 7. Maybe 7. It might be a 4. This could be communion right there. That's about how light it is, and that could be communion, baby. Moving on. All right. So, y'all know I gotta get some in. I gotta get that. Could be communion water for real. You can sprinkle that on the kids. Yeah, I got to cut that. Anyway, that's all right. I ain't pretending. I'm gonna be me all the way through. So I ask y'all today, what situations has God put you in to where you had to keep complete self-control, and you knew if you did something it was going to cost you something, but you were already dealing with opposition right here? And I don't want you to tell me today. I want this to be a thing. This is another thinking exercise. We do a lot of those, right? Ooh, excuse me. We do a lot of those, right? Yes. Think about a situation, and you don't have to say it here. I don't always want y'all to always answer right away either when it be these kind of questions. I do want you to sit back and think about it, because it's important. Very, 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 very important. Because it might come down to, what if you're having to lead a group of people in this next phase of what this world is going to? How will you treat them? Nephew. Because God is prepping you for this next space. We didn't just go talk about Moses for nothing. You think you just been here and been doing all this for nothing? No, nothing's for nothing, hon. Everything means something. I do think it's real crazy too, though, that UMG is the whole. You see, they went to old boy K Dot and said, we need you to squash this. Y'all don't think it's weird that we was researching them in the beginning of the year or the end of the year before they went viral for taking all the music off? Is anybody feeling that? Anybody? Y'all feeling the, y'all remember our class, and now UMG just ain't been out to we ain't heard from Arista, we ain't heard from the, you know who been in the music? I mean, in the worldwide news since January, since right after we did the class with them. about him and was researching right after old boy. When people was like, he listening to the devil music in the church, and I said, well, the devil signs all their checks, cause they all under UMG. Y'all remember? And then we did that whole class, and there was a lot of people that didn't know that the devil was signing the Christian people's checks too. And UMG has not been out of the news since. Y'all remember we went and researched it. I said, go look up your favorite. We did the homework. Y'all don't think this is interesting to something else we had did a class about that wasn't a thing last year or whenever is a thing now. It's interesting. I think after we had the class, they took the music out, the next day, 2 days later? The music was off of TikTok? It was like the next day. Within that next 2 days, they took the music off right after we did that class. Very interesting. Yeah. 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 And now they all in the news and all in the whole beef that's going on and everything. I said, now, out of all the music labels, the one we studied, the one we went and did research on 2 days later, they ain't got out the news yet. It's interesting to me. Moving on. Just understand that every single thing that you learned here was for a reason. Every single thing. I don't care how small, how big. Every single thing that you learned here is going to be for your next phase. That's why I be trying to tell y'all take notes. Please. Because it's a lot of stuff that's going on. And now I realize what they're doing. So if you play somebody else's video in your video, they're getting you for using somebody else's, like whatever, like their material. I said, well, that's funny because it's a whole bunch of people that got my video, of the giant video with me in the back and they talking over me. But didn't nobody say nothing about that. Hell, it was people that was using the videos that I was doing. That I was making, and they still using them, and it's my voice in the back. But so what's going on? They try to get rid of me. I know what's going on. We've been whatever. I told y'all this was gonna be coming, so I don't know when they gonna do it, but they playing. I'll tell you that. Talking about we gonna put you in a lower when they put that restricted thing. You're going to be in the lower visibility on the search engine. Y'all already have me at the bottom, niggas, and I know the numbers. I can read. I know they not real. Because y'all got one number on the internet, and y'all got one number over here. I don't believe it. That's all right, because I told y'all we was going to have a certain amount of time. I've told y'all this all the time. Get what you can get while you're here, because I don't know what's going to happen afterwards. I tell everybody that. I told y'all, if people, we're going to be friends forever. I said, no, don't say that. You might want to be my friend forever, but I don't know that I want to be yours. And I'm not saying y'all, I'm just saying this has been my experience. So I tell people, please don't get comfortable, because God could move me tomorrow. Oh, don't say that. No, I'm telling you what he could do. And if he say, then I'll be doing it. You hear me? I don't. We don't know what's getting ready to happen. Somebody sent me a video, and some young lady was like, we're at Raw, and blah, 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 and the water, and the electricity, and the food, and all of that stuff, and I just smiled. Real big. No, over here is fine. I'm not talking. I'm talking about over here. Auntie said even on Amazon they hiding some of my stuff, like the stuff I've been adding this whole time. Remember when y'all was saying y'all can't see it? Oh, they didn't did it again. They didn't did it again. Remember y'all was like we can't see it. I went in, I changed everything. Oh yeah, Auntie said none of this stuff that I've been putting on there for the thing is you. I guess you got to go in from the outside or something. So I'm seeing it. Mm-hmm. And is it's crazy. I said whatever. I mean, but you got to think about it. Um, you got to think about it. If the people want to act like they don't know, then how can you prepare for something that you don't know is going to happen? But I told y'all, and I'm going to say it again, when you all started to purchase certain things and there were droves of people buying certain things, they pay attention to buying trends. I went on Amazon today, and this is crazy. So I put, I can't think of what book I had clicked on, right? It was one of the books, Lay Make of Cain or something, right? And it said other people that bought this book bought, and I had never went through there. It's every freaking book that I said, all of them. The book of the book of the Giants, the 54 pocket for the 80 for the Jasher. I mean, it's a whole. They like the people that bought this book end up buying all of these, and it's all the book. Y'all, that's us. That is us. God, but that's us. Now we didn't rearrange they little they didn't put together a W. They might as well go ahead and call it the WRU packet. Crazy. I said, oh, literally. If you type in the Book of Og, most of the main books that we study out of, the main books that I show here all the time, the main books, they're all in a row. I did not know they had put us a packet together. Well, thank you. We appreciate it, Amazon. Y'all don't think that's crazy? They said if you buy this one, you might as well go and get all these because you're going to need them. Every last one of them. And it went through, I was mind blown. Hello. Thank you for sending me what you sent me the other day, too. I appreciate it. Because before here, I wasn't seeing or hearing above these things. Listen. That's what I'm saying. They recommend all the other ones. I thought that was cool. That's us. That's our dad using us. But I'm saying, like, we affected Amazon, y'all. That's cool. That means if somebody in... Never mind. I'm going to just be happy by myself then. We affected Amazon. That's my moment. No matter how many numbers they be trying to say we weren't here, we got a whole playlist put together that wasn't together before. Amazon? Y'all don't realize how big that... Moving on. I'll be right back. I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to let that sit in. I'm going to let that sink in right there. I need y'all to get that. 2 years ago, this was not a thing. You hear me? Right? All of them books, they did not have them together. They didn't. You know how I know? I've been reading. They wasn't like that. I promise you, I know they wasn't. You hear me? I know they wasn't, because I was the one hunting the books down. If they would have been right there on Amazon the whole time, it wouldn't. You hear me? And A book, I haven't been on A books in a while, so it does it on A books too. Y'all better say something about that. Y'all did. See, y'all thought I was talking crazy when I said, I'm telling you, we changed. God used us to change the book market in the last 2 years. Do y'all feel me? Y'all are a part of that. That's nuts. It guides you through to the right books now. Come on. You said what, Dad? You said you let us make all kind of history and stuff around here. Might not be big to nobody else, but we see it. Hello, hello. God used us to do a major thing, right? Now, guess what just came to my mind while I was in there on the thinking chair? Guess what just came to my mind when I was in there on the thinking chair? Who want to know? If a pastor goes to look for the lost books, because now they people is asking them for it, all of those books come up. So say they say, I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to worry about it. Do you realize that when they get to heaven and God say, why you didn't teach the rest of my word? They're going to say, God, I didn't know. He going to say, you don't remember that day you got on Amazon and all them other books came up and said, other people that bought this book, you didn't even go searching. Line them right on up for them. Well, God said you ain't going to have no excuse. So if they go and look up the book of Joshua, if they're reading Joshua right, thank you, Pumpkin. If they go and look up Joshua, it's going to show all the other books. You mean you didn't know what? What wasn't able to be found? If but you had your wife had an Amazon account, didn't she, Reverend? You hear me? It won't be no excuse, because you can't read Joshua 10 and 13, 10, 12, 11, 13 without seeing, is it not captured. So then, if you're seeking, why did you go to Google and find it, and it's going to take you right to Amazon? And then as soon as you click on that, it's going to show you the Old Testament Supergrapha, the Book of the Giants, the Dead Sea Scrolls, all of these other books that are going to make your Bible make sense. I know. I do know this. Y'all got to realize I'm out of books. I know. Believe me, I do. I know when they be out of stock. And I know when they in. I know when they used. I know, believe me. If I don't know nothing else, it might be a day or two that I don't get on there because we ain't got no book looking. But for the most part, that's what I do every day. Send out books. I love y'all. So with that, that came to my mind like, dang, if somebody go, but think about that though. If somebody goes in a word and they look up Paul going to Iconium, which is the Paul and Thecla story, right? If they look up Paul going to Iconium and it talks about Thecla, and if they were to type it in, it's going to show them on Amazon that they can read that. Or Sacred Text is going to come up. And if they choose not to read it to get the rest of the story, how do you think God is going to feel about that? How would you feel about that? If you gave a person cue cards to every little part, like you married, we'll say you got a spouse, and it's a special event, and all they got to do is walk up, pick up the card, read it, and do what the card says do. You might have to think a little bit. It might not just be turn left. It might be not a quiz. What is it called? Like trivia type thing. So, what was the color of the shirt that I wore on the first date? So then that make you think, okay, dang, they probably don't use their phone. Go back and adventure hunt, right? Or scavenger hunt, right. So, okay, so now they're going to pick up the card and it's going to say, remember the shirt that I wore the first time I saw you? It reminds me of the sky. That sometimes have you feeling whatever your little hint is at that, right? So then you got to go look up on the house somewhere, or you got to look up for the next card. Okay, maybe it's in a light post before you get in the house. Right? And so then this is going to say, you like my heart, blah, blah, blah. Something with the key. It's my favorite lily or something. So you know that the key going to be behind the lily. So then you got to get back off the porch, go over here to her favorite flowers. Right? Find the key there. Then you can unlock the door. Once you get in the door, it's this whole process, but you're going to have to think along the way, and it's not just what's right in front of you. Thank you so much. It's not what's just right in front of you. You heard me? It's going to jog your memory and make you go deeper than a whole scavenger. Exactly. But it's also going to make you remember. You're going to have to think. And that's what the Bible does. It is not just, oh, what's right here. No, it should make you think about, well, what else? Or, well, I wonder why. Or, because when I saw that, just even though I hadn't watched that movie in years, saw it today, whole new meaning for the Prince of Egypt. All the names was right. When they was calling up they snakes, I said, ooh, Disney. Or whatever it is, DreamWorks. I said, that is crazy. Y'all don't even see it. And the kids stuff, they tell the truth. And they use all the right names. Because they have the ancient manuscripts. We know this because they are the who. They're from the order of the what. And those people do what? Tell me. The people that write the movies are the Golden Quill, and they keep the what? What do they keep? Uh-huh. Y'all so smart. What did they keep? Ancient manuscripts, and what else? some other stuff. One of the words starts with an L. Yeah. All the books, all the secret orders, the scrolls. Right. I was just gonna say the lore. The lore. So if you've watched Supernatural, you look at all them beautiful books they be having access to differently now, don't you? Maybe when you watch, you like, why would they use that? And they shouldn't. But now you like, who got these books? For for the Christians that watch Supernatural, that won't read out of the 66 books, and they talking about the Enochian symbols and the Enochian temples and the Enochian this and that and Solomonic this and Solomonic. How can that make you not go research? Tell me. He literally telling you Enoch wrote books on TV. You think God is going to be able to use that? Oh, Supernatural was my favorite show. I know everything about Supernatural. Well, did you know that you should have went looking up the book of Enoch so you could find out what they was talking about? So the devil didn't have to tell you the story. Why is it that people will always talk about Enoch being translated, but they never go look into his life? How many pastors have you heard teach about, oh, Enoch was translated, he is with God? Well, what else happened? What happened as to why he was so good that he got to go so early? You never wondered about that? Why everybody else knowing all of them didn't get that super amazing treatment? With all that they did? Why they didn't get that? They teach about Elijah going up in it, but what did he do outside of that? Like, exactly. But I'm just thinking, who feels like when you watch Supernatural that the truth is right in front of your face? That part, Miss Dixon. That part. Anybody? When you watch Supernatural, after all that we've studied here, when you go back and you watch that, do you not feel like you're watching the truth? Minus the Dean and his brother, Sammy and all of that. But the actual demon names, the symbols, where the places is, who the demons used to be. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. Right? Thank you. It's all real. So who runs Hollywood again? Tell me who runs Hollywood again? The Lost Angels. The Lost Angels. Lucifer, mainly. Right? Nope. LA City of Dreams. Okay. Yet the devil and his crew. Okay, I'm waiting. I was just trying to see that you guys agree with me. Okay, so look at here. The rulers of this the rulers of this world or this realm, the first one is deceit, right? Ain't Lucifer laughing and spitting in people's face, telling them what's true is real and what's real is fake? All the while telling them that he is the true God and the Bible is not real, but putting the biblical stories and making them sell their souls to perform them on TV. Make it make sense to me. Yeah, the city of Lost Angels, exactly, where you go to sell your soul to the devil. Yes, the fallen angels are there, and their symbols are everywhere. The joke is on you. Did you hear what I just said? Did y'all grasp that? Did y'all see what I was saying? He tells you not to believe in the Bible, not to pray to God. Don't believe it. The Bible's fake. It's not real. He's a bigger God than him, and God is unfair. But then he takes the very Bible and makes you sell your soul to act it out in Hollywood. Make it make sense to me. He tells you what's real is fake and what's fake is real. All the while telling you not to believe in it, but the only story that he is going to be able to tell is God's story. Because it's his story. He's a created being. You hear me? There's no him without God, so he has to make God look like the bad guy. All the while deceiving the people. You said I typed in Hollywood and a wine popped up. That's crazy. The place that's full of witchcraft and wizardry? Interesting. And what did the fallen angels teach? What do they say? Hollywood magic? The illusion? Who's the first illusionist? Who's the first illusionist? Tell me. Lucifer. Satan. He's the first. He gave the illusion of being still having the angel of the light glow. He gave the illusion of being a snake. He gave the illusion of being a black dog. He gave the illusion of being an old man. He gave the illusion of being a woman. He gave the illusion, him and his homeboys, of being mer people. He gave the illusion of being the king of Tyre. He gave the illusion of being in Nimrod. He gave the illusion of being, he didn't been around a while. He didn't been a lot of people. Nero, Judas. You ever seen the exorcism of Emily Rose? You remember when she was in a barn? She said, I was with Judas. I was with Nero. I was with this one. I was with Cain. I was with... Y'all remember? Maybe y'all don't watch that kind of stuff. You hear me? Thank you. And when she was in there, she did like this, and she turned and her eyes was black, like that lady said that man's was on the plane earlier this year, last year. Y'all remember? And then the man just said he saw somebody eyes turn black recently, and now they talking about the peoples that's on the planet, the black-eyed children. Right? What if the demon's eyes turn in supernatural? Don't they be regular people and then something happens? And what color do they got? They eyes go black, pure black, don't they? But they still got the person's body. And all of a sudden the person that was just talking to them tries to unalive them. And if the spirit leaves out of the person drops to the ground and they don't remember what happened. Any of that sound familiar? Oh, I remember. See, everybody thought that young lady and her mama was crazy when she said the vampire. She didn't know how he kept getting in her house until you watched that thing about the Lugawu. And we literally all watched it together. This person did a ritual outside the people's house and vanished in their house and vanished out with their baby soul. Who remembers? We all saw the Lugawu video of the person coming in on a broomstick and everything. Right? Y'all seen it. We all seen it. How many times do our kids say there's somebody in my room? I told y'all the story about the lady, my daughter telling me that it was a lady in our window. I said, baby, there's no way. Yes, now I know there was. But I already knew. I mean, I prayed, but then I watched inside us, and that old lady was outside on that little boy's balcony, and my daughter and that kid was about the same age. I said, dang. Exactly what my baby been telling me for about 6 months is now on this TV in this movie. I said, baby, I am sorry. She said, I told you, mommy, an old lady with that white hair used to be outside my window, and that's the very demon that was outside that little boy's window in Insidious. On the second floor, and my kids, their bedrooms was on the second floor, and it was no balcony. So I was like, baby, can't nobody get up here. It's just, it's probably this or it's probably that. She said, mommy, it'd be a lady in my window, and she'd be in my room, and her hair is long, and this and that. And exactly what she described was that lady in that window. In Insidious. In real life. So Lucifer tells you not to believe in demons. The demons aren't real. That guardians of the galaxy are not real. Who would our guardians of the galaxy be? Tell me who our guardians of the galaxy would be. The angels. The angels are the guardian of our galaxy. Y'all read the Testament of Adam in the book 1, right? You said, yep, I'll be sleeping with the lights on from now on. Hilarious. I did it for a very long time, and I still have a nightlight in my room. Actually, I have 2. Unless I'm super tired, and then it's got to be black. Mm-hmm. Our angels are the guardians of the galaxy. They fight the powers of the princes of the air and the princes of darkness and the kingdoms in high places, the darkness, whatever it is. They're like our care bears. Your husband has to call. Oh, me too. Yeah, and do. Just pray over it, though. You sleep with your lights off. So how many people have a safety measure for spiritual things? Are you going to be honest that you grown? And you still wake up thinking you see stuff? Or y'all going to keep telling the kids they're not seeing what they going to see? Y'all going to tell the truth? You said door closed. I do. Listen. So then why y'all be telling them kids ain't no monster in their room and the monster be in your room too? Because why you weren't sleeping with the door open? Why you... You said if I sleep on the couch, the TV is on. Listen. I sleep with the light over the stove on for sure. Hilarious. I tried to rationalize it all at first. It has to be dark. Head under the covers. I used to have to sleep with the closet open to make sure the light was... Ooh. One thing WOIU gonna do, they gonna tell the truth, baby. I also lock my door and my curtains pulled real tight. Oh my God. Oh, y'all are silly. Oh. I got a light in every room of my house. I believe everything the kids say they see. I know that's right. Hilarious though. I don't want no light just in case I see something. Ooh, Jesus. Listen. I knew it was going to come out. I knew it was going to come out. Honey. Hoo-wee. I didn't deal with too many folks that be trying to... listen, I already know what the deal is. The bathroom had to be on. Listen and do. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny to me. God, thank you. I needed this laugh. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Oh, it's hot. Ooh. Listen, I'm going to tell you why that's funny to me, though. Because a lot of adults will not really deal with the fact that there still is a fear of the dark. Now, you should say, but they dark is darker than the earthly darkness. So if they in there, it don't matter how dark it is in your room. They always going to be darker than that. And that's what's so crazy. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, but you could be in the pitch black dark and you can still, because then they'll open their damn eyes. Or let you see their teeth. I don't care hard. I done been in a basement with no lights. Okay? And it was still something darker than the darkness that was downstairs in that basement. We bought some LED lights, so it's a happy medium. I cover the bedroom mirror. Listen here. Hilarious. TV light is not enough. Ooh, Jesus. Listen, let me go blow my nose. Ooh, y'all hilarious. Ooh, excuse me. I knew it. My daddy told me. All right, so my next question to y'all or assignment is to find out why you are still scared. Ooh. Ugh. It's not that. It's completely dusty in here, and that's just it. It's dusty in here because I don't do this in my room. I'm trying to tell you, it's only when I come in here that I gotta blow my nose constantly, that my throat gets all crazy. I need to dust. We got all these old books and stuff in here, and it's secluded. I keep all these doors closed because I don't want different moisture and stuff getting here. I just need to dust. Yeah, it's the books. And it's dust. It's real dust in here. I need to, but do y'all know how heavy these books is to move every last one of these and dust under there and put it back? It take too long. I'm about to dust the front and dust the top and call it a day. But I need to dust all of these shelves, especially them up there, and probably the ones on the top. Anyway, so I need for y'all to now go through and find out what you're still scared of. I've seen a demon in my house and I really don't want to see another one. My spiritual warfare isn't strong enough to battle. I'm scared. Fear keeps them there, though. Do you realize that? That's why we doing this. Do you understand that? Fear is why you still do that. How old are you? And to everybody that told me they sleep with the lights out because they don't want to see nothing, they sleep with the lights on because they don't want to see nothing, they sleep with the TV. They don't sleep on the couch with the TV on. You hear me? Listen, but I no, but understand that they only get to stay there because there's a level of fear. So then you have to find out why you're still scared. Even as an adult, a grandma, a 79-year-old grandma might still have to have the light on. So do you realize that little bit of fear gets them, they get to come back? Y'all remember once that man forgave in evil and he just started having happy thoughts, that's when the spirit could leave. You said I let Psalms 91 play some kind. Okay. Okay. I still run down the hallway with no lights. Feel like somebody behind you. Okay, let me ask y'all a question. Do energy lie? Oh, my mama's 64 and still sleep with night lights all through the house. Okay. Well, that might be because she need to see. Like me, I be needing to see. So this is the thing. There's something in there that still allows that spirit of fear to stay. I do practice walking through my home with my eyes closed to see how I can function. Yeah, me too. And do, because what if I go blind? I need to be able to remember how things are in here. So, Ro, wait a minute. So, evil has been a good thing that you've been watching that? Wait, let me in on it. Let me in on it. I want to know. The evil changing your life a little bit, make you look at life differently, make you look at what you felt, what you ain't tripping no more, is you? You still tell yourself you tripping now when you think something or you feel something or you The sad thing is my daughter fears the same as me. Hilarious. So I told you, okay, generational curses are real. They get to stay in your bloodline until you don't want it no more. And if you watching evil, you see that spirit just went right to the next person. That was open, that had a doorway open. It's a real thing. Make you pay close attention to everything. Good job. Now think about how many people wouldn't watch that just because they saw that, but look how easily the devil could hide for another 10 years. But think about how many people y'all gonna be able to help. And they gonna say, girl, why is you watching that? Because it's real life and this is really how the kingdom of darkness be moving around, but if don't nobody go research it, how we gonna fight it? I believe it. I believe it. You should write a book. You should write all of them down for the next generation coming after you so that when they see it, they don't think they crazy. Okay? You hear me? You hear me? That's why you need to write it down. So if your kids get your journal and they be seeing this spirit, and they don't know why this spirit keep coming to them in their dreams and all this old weird stuff, but you never told them that this is something that you experienced, and they don't know it's a generational curse, and so they think it's new with them, and boom. And then they don't say nothing, and then boom, and then it goes to, and then it's been here for 100 generations. If nobody goes to learn how to fight the enemy, then how will we defeat them? If everybody too sanctified and saved to read about demons, well then, how you gonna fight your opponent? If you don't even know what your opponent look like, how they move, what they do, since y'all have read the Testament of Solomon, it's different. You don't just pop nothing in your mouth just because the witch doctor gave it to you no more. You actually go do research. You actually look up and see if that's the name of a demon or the name and what does that demon cause. That's crazy because that's the side effect on this medicine. Doc, I don't want that. All because you decided to go look up and see. It's because you chose to go looking. And now, all of the things that we've been studying, y'all really getting to see that they really do put it right in our face and tell us what really be going on. And we go sit and watch it and think it's not real, but that be the real stuff. People really do be seeing spirits in their room. They really do materialize and torture them in real life. Do this make y'all think about DID people differently? Or even bipolar. The Bible talks about having a single mind. And bipolar mean too. Y'all remember if you watching Evil what they was fighting? Even if you watch Supernatural, remember when Samuel, when them spirits would inhabit them? And they would be trying to fight to remember and trying to fight to be and not let the demon take control. Is this not what we watched? And then demons will hop in and out of one person to another person to another person. And they didn't care if they cost that person their life. In Supernatural, that's a regular daytime TV show. Or, that ain't on no HBO or nothing. Did you see how well organized the devil's kingdom is? What's his name? What's the man name in not in Evil? The one that's dating no girl mama. What's his name? I can't think of it right now. Leland. Thank you, Dad. Leland. Did y'all see how well organized and how many hands, how many different areas Leland had? He had the nurses, he had the doctors, he had the police, he had the people at the hospital, he had the judges, he had the popes, he had the priests, he had the scientists, the stars, the Bitcoin people. Ain't that what was going on in here? And he went to the girls' school and got in with the girls' school. Come on. So when y'all watch that, think about how many areas the devil had his hand in. And then look at what's going on in our world today. But look at what they did behind the scenes, but right up in people's faces, and they didn't even know the fallen angel symbols on the Bitcoin, and giving them a cat or a dog that could watch them. Hold on. I know I could be wrong, but I honestly believe, was it Martin Lawrence that was under the thing with no shoes on? And wasn't Kanye West running without no shoes on too? And Miley Cyrus and all the rest of these people. Right. Now y'all remember what they did with old girl husband, right? Y'all don't think that's what they doing when they get these stars locked up and get medical holds on them and all of that, and then they start telling people she thought her own husband was on drugs and he wasn't. And it was all because the elites, Satan's folks, was sticking something between his toes and making him, he was just laying there like a corpse on ice. They was just keeping him alive. But then he would get up and perform whatever he needed to perform, and then they would call his phone and he would freak out. Remember? They have brainwashed this man so much to now. And don't the elite always talk about, did you get that call? You got that call? Something happened. I don't know. He took a call and then he just went off. I don't know. She took a call. She went out to take a call and she was just hysterical after that. We don't know what happened. What if it's that same type of thing? And they say, I'm not on drugs. I'm not the Orlando Brown. Come on. They was under hypnosis. Yep. But they was feeding him that gold juice too. And keeping him in a coma-like state until he needed them. But whatever he wanted to tell him and whatever he wanted the narrative to be, he would speak it in his ear while he was unconscious. Right? Whatever he wanted the narrative to be, he would speak it in his ear when he was unconscious. Who remembers me telling y'all about one of my cousins that she would wake up angry and God showed me a vision in the spirit of a demon that whispered in her ear every night before she got up, so that she got up mad. And once she put that barrier of oil around her four post of her bed, the demon, like, she felt him in the door that night. But after that, for like 3-4 straight years, maybe 5 now, she ain't woke up angry. Well, she used to wake up on 110 every morning. Is that not what Leland was doing to him? This man was about to unalive his own kid. So is this how they getting the parents of the famous parents of the children to do certain things? And when they snap out of it and don't do it, now they crazy. Yep. Yep. You said there was an episode on the Flintstones? Uh-uh. All of them, Sarah. It's the reason that Shiloh and a couple other ones, they don't even talk to their daddy. Really. It's a lot that went on. They said something happened to Jim Carrey. Look at Jim. Then he had a call. Yeah. They been trying to get rid of him, though. Been trying to get rid of him. Listen. Once you open up your eyes, you can't unsee. The cartoons, all the shows, everything. It's all right there. It's all right there. Yeah, yeah, everything. And it's sad because we could have known so much more had we have had our eyes open for real. Yeah, I think it was before that, Miss Linda, because they start kind of messing with him, like, yeah, because he's very intelligent, and when you won't push their agenda, they start ruining your life. Yep, Get Out, same thing. Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't have no new movies or nothing. Hey, I don't have no new movies or nothing. I'm just kind of surfing around, looking around. But I did watch The Prince of Egypt today, and it was very interesting. I looked up all them names. I said, that's so crazy. And I'm going to tell you, in that movie, it makes me think about Abraham. Because Abraham did Terah exactly how what they described, what they showed in The Prince of Egypt. Remember that Abraham did that to his dad too. Went in there and knocked down all the idols, and the idols kept falling over, and it was a whole thing, and that's why his daddy Terah put him out, and he had to leave. Because Terah was friends with Nimrod, who married his mama. Abraham's daddy and Nimrod, because remember they was there when Abraham was born. Remember we read that story. And we know Nimrod was a giant. And then they turned around and said, all these folks is bigger than what they supposed to be, whoopty wop. So, I think we still got a lot more exploring to do. I feel like we've been in on the giants for a long, long time. 2 years long. And I want to dig deeper into some other things that's right there too. So, I love y'all. Let my people go, yeah. If you go back and watch that movie, it's very interesting, especially after all that we've read, and we know that they gave like. Hold on, real quick though. I just want to show y'all this because this was even in the movie and it messed me up. I said, These people. Want to screenshot that real quick? Screenshot, please. Y'all see that name? The face of Ramses the second, and Seti the first, right? This is Seti the first is the person that is Ramses' daddy, right? And remember, right? So if you go back and watch that movie with Seti and Ramses, Seti uh, was married to Moses' adopted mama. Okay. And then Ramses was his stepbrother. be going on with all that. But so even just watching that today, I was like, that's interesting. And then it made me think about my book. You know what I mean? Because Seti was Ramsey's dad. And then they went through the first sons being born. Now, y'all know we use our manners. Burton, Burton Holmes travel logs. Burton, oh, you good. Burton Holmes travel logs. Yes. From the early 1917. He went over to Egypt. Talks about the prophets of Muhammad in here. Cairo from the tower of the mosque. Y'all want to see? It's called Burton Holmes Travel Logs. Y'all see it? This was in like 1917. You welcome. It's very delicate, so this book is old. Look at what the Egyptians was looking like. In 1917. Interesting. So if in 1917 they still look like this, why do they keep trying to show us a Cleopatra that is almost translucent with a braided wig on? All these folks in here is super chocolate. Look at the African saint. Y'all see his skin color now. Y'all see. And this is in Egypt he wearing this? Really? These is the British folks and folks coming. Oh no, that's the no. That's the Mahmal. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But do you see this? Oh, dervish! Who wears dervishes? Now every time we see the spinning, y'all know who the spinning dervishes is? Y'all didn't see them? Interesting, because look right here. In 1917, they was in Egypt. A dervish chief and his escort. Interesting. Oh no. Y'all ain't never seen the dervishes? See, I be watching all kind of stuff. It's very interesting to watch. Y'all ain't never seen them? They be like, y'all good. Fine. Don't be laughing at me, Amber. It's interesting. The spinning dirt, and look at. So these old books tell you where they got that from. They tell you where they be getting that stuff from. Same thing was happening then, it's happening now. You never seen the black ones? Yeah, they was the first ones. They the ones. What dance black folks didn't make up? What dance is black people not still making up now that everybody else do? Tell me. River dancing? Even though Africans used to dance by the river and they believed in river gods, and you don't think that they came up with river dancing? In the driest place on earth, one of the driest places on, you don't think that they used to do a rain dance? You think the people in Russia and stuff needed a rain dance or a river dance for some water? Dancing for the gods for water, I would think they would be over in ancient Mesopotamia by the rivers where they was dried up. That's where the Indians got it from. Oh, I mean, they used to do it over there, then they just started doing it over here. That's why the totem poles in Africa, the ones in America and South America and Cuba and all of that, they resemble the ones that was over in Africa first. They was carved over there first. That's why they still wear all the feathers like the Africans do when they are going to do their dances. And how they, I mean, y'all can't tell me y'all don't see the resemblance in all of the African dress in the Indians, right? Y'all don't see their clothes. They brought them with them. But that it was some of them, it was people already here. The Indians had been here. We had been learning how to navigate the seas and stuff, so we was here. We already know that the black folks was the Indians. The indigenous people here. And we was the ones, if nobody put the correlation or the all of that together, that the Indians knew about medicine and the earth and all of that, and Africans can go anywhere in a natural habitat or like different people and know everything about everything and all the medicine that you could smear. Like it's the exact same people. They went to the medicine man in the Indian culture and they went to the medicine man in Africa. Really? They wore feathers, totem poles, and made houses out of mud and adobe houses and things like that. Ain't that what that is over there in Africa? They just don't call them that, but that's an adobe hut over there. The mud huts and all the huts that they use, using the straw and clay to make their enclosed house. That's the same thing that they did in the West. Right? Are y'all putting it together? Or some of y'all already knew, but for those of you that didn't, we already went and looked up the easiest name of how to find it. Y'all remember we did Inky, Inca, and Inky? INCAENKI and INKA, and I told y'all they was all the same people. The Inky from ancient Mesopotamia are the Inca, INCA and INKA from over here in South America. No, not buy, sell, trade, unique. They was over here. The earth populated again after the flood. Don't forget. Everybody went to their. Remember? Okay, so this is after the flood. Everybody didn't. There was no just Africa because God had broken it up, the world into 7 pieces. Remember? Talks about Noah gave one of his sons Russia, Uzbekistan, and all of that. He got that area. One of them got the West, and one of them got Africa, and one of them got something else. And then they took their families and they migrated to those places. You hear me? Okay. I don't know who that is, but okay. You hear me? So if all of these traditions were not, I mean, y'all, when the water subsided, not everything was completely underwater. We know that for a fact. They could still read the languages and stuff. You got to think they had scrolls from all over the world. It was a lot of different things that was on that boat. If God brought animals from all around the world, why wouldn't he bring the scrolls and the books and the things that he wanted to continue to the next space? Because how are they finding the scrolls from before the flood? Right? They're still finding those in clay pots, in caves and whatnot. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, thank you. I didn't know, Bugs. Okay. You will put these things together if you just go looking at a lot of times with, like I said, what the names of their gods are, what the clothing they wore, when it says their civilization started, or who they say their forefathers were. And if you go and you look, we already know in Greek their name is going to be something, in Assyrian or Babylonian it might be something else, and then in Greek, or Hebrew, it might be something else. But it's all the same person because all of these people were living at the same time, before the flood and after. Okay? So when you go looking for information, God is in the details. When you go looking, yeah, that's what happens. And that's why I don't be moving around a lot. So with that, when you go and you start to research these things and you're looking deeper into even all the movies, I don't care if it's I don't care what movie it is. You have to look past sometimes the actors that they pick to play and actually look at the names and look at the places and know what you're looking at. You wonder about the people who weren't recorded, right? Well, who said they weren't recorded? Are you meaning the people that lived? Cause who didn't record them? Who didn't record them? All of the ancient they recorded. Well, they just not. I mean, they recorded. Now there's people that God said He was gonna blot out they bloodline and their name, and nobody would know they existed. But their lives are recorded somewhere. Because how would you know how many He blotted out if you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't. They are. It's just probably not in detail the way that we think. But that's why you have to go looking because the stories are in other places. Billy Carter thinks that who is from outer space? Billy Carson thinks that who is from outer space? They daddies is from outer space. Their dads. They're demigods. Their dads are from outer space. The Bible says that. The Bible tells you that in Genesis 6. The sons of God and the sons of men are two different races of beings. Yeah. The sons of God are the fathers of the giants. The giants were the gods. They were the rulers, the kings, the conquerors, the monolith builders, and all of that. So, yeah. Yep. That's why I'm telling you what people say. The Bible is not real, but they go watch all the movies and they listen to all of these people saying the exact same thing that the Bible said. They just said it in a different way. Yep. Yeah. Well, I'm about to go, y'all. It ain't no movie. What movie is that? Mighty Men of Renown. Yep. Ain't no movie. I ain't mentioned no movie. I'm about to go. I love y'all. It's Saturday or Friday. Is today Friday or Saturday? I don't even know what day it is. It's Friday. It's Friday. So I'm about to go, y'all. I love y'all. I might see y'all tomorrow. I don't know. We shall see. You have a wonderful night too. Yeah.